Hello and welcome to Dylan's podcast. Today we'll be discussing the topic of Jules Bianchi and answering the Q&A questions from last week. Jules Bianchi was moved into the intensive care unit after receiving emergency brain surgery Sunday evening. The young Mauritian driver crashed into the recovery vehicle in Sunday's Japanese Grand Prix after losing control in the wet and aquaplaning across the escape roads, hitting the recovery vehicle at a staggering 50 Gs. Bianchi's Mauritia made contact with the rear counterweight of the recovery vehicle. The counterweight sits head height to Bianchi. Damage on his helmet indicates that contact was made between his head and the rear counterweight of the recovery vehicle. If things couldn't get any worse, Bianchi was taken to the nearest hospital via ambulance rather than helicopter due to concerns of the incoming typhoon Fanphone. Latest reports reveal that Bianchi continues to breathe on his own, which is a promising sign at this stage. Now to the Q&A. Last video, I offered up an open Q&A where you guys could ask any questions that you feel like, and here are the answers to the questions that you guys asked. Marcus Hosen asks, is this your first RC car? As far as nitro-powered RC cars go, yes, this is my first one. The first radio-controlled car I had was a Holden V8 supercar. I occasionally got into trouble for putting dishwashing liquid in the hallway, but it allowed for some pretty sick burnouts. Sadly, the car came to an end after my neighbour accidentally ran it over with his push bike. That same neighbour actually owned a blue WRC Subaru, and it was a nitro-powered car, and he thought it would be good to take it into an empty parking lot during the rain, and water got into the electrics, and he lost all control. It went full tilt into the other end of the car park. There wasn't much left of the car. Almost everything was broken. Would you say it was karma for running over my car? I don't know, or just stupidity for racing in the rain? We'll never know. So I hope that answers your question, Marcus. Now to the next question. Hayden Moran asks, what paints did I use for the RB7, and what remote will I be using? In regards to the paints that I used on the display body, which you can see here, I used the TS53 Deep Metallic Blue, TS47 Chrome Yellow, and the TS13 Clear Coat. With the display body build not too far away, I'm looking at investing in a model air spray gun for the paint job on that display body. But more information will come out regarding to that in about 5 or 6 weeks when the display body build picks up. Now to the remote that I'll be using. I'll be using the remote that was given out as an optional extra through my subscription for an extra $50. It is the Synchro Kyosho 2.4 GHz remote. Now it's not the most advanced remote out there, but it is good for beginners as it does get the job done. So thank you, Hayden, for your questions, and I hope that answers them for you. So I hope that answers your questions from the Q&A last week, and thoughts go out to Jules Bianchi. We wish him a speedy recovery. My question to you guys is, what is your favourite RC memory? It can be electric, it can be nitro, but leave a comment down below and I'll feature my favourite in the next podcast. Thanks for watching, guys.